Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Ivona, and I welcome you to my channel, Rose Healing Light. This will be a reading with spiritual guidance for the new moon in Taurus and also a Reiki healing session. Um, also for the new moon in Taurus, just to accompany the reading, right, and to help you navigate the energies. Just a little bit about the new moon in Taurus. So the new moon in Taurus happens on Friday, the 19th of May, 2023. It's in, first of all, it's in the 28 degrees and 26 minutes of Taurus. So perhaps for those of you who follow astrology, that just check where this falls in your chart, in your astrological birth chart, right, to know where it relates to a little bit on a more detailed level. And also the new moon, it just happens on, just so you know the timing, it happens on the 4 on sorry, it happens at 4 I think it's at 4:53 p.m. and that's UK time, so this is GMT +1, and this is 11:58, it's 11:53 a.m. EST, right? So it's your Eastern time, and you can convert the time for your time zone, please, obviously if you are somewhere else in the world. What else I wanted to say? So that's the whole reading is for the new moon, so as a theme, but it may bring some messages for for perhaps the whole moon cycle as well. And the Reiki session is going to, as I said, help you perhaps relax, take some time for healing, right? And yeah, and the Reiki healing will find you, I would say, as you really where you are and where you need the healing most in this present time. Um, One more thing. So I work always with the angels as well when I do the readings and also my healing sessions. So I've got already Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron with us. Um, they actually now tell me that they see me smile as they come in. So obviously their energy is now stronger. Yes, and I already asked them. So Archangel Michael is providing protection and also clearing of the energies, yeah, wherever it's needed. And also Archangel Metatron is going to be our guide today. Sorry, I just wanted to say, just to give you a little bit of maybe astrology or like a supporting information. So I just spoke a little bit too quickly, and it just makes me notice that we are still in the Mercury shadow phase. So it's already post Mercury retrograde, right? So the Mercury went direct, I think, a few days ago. But we are still in the shadow, I think, at least for another 2 weeks. So perhaps also I would say, be conscious and be careful, because certain things may still come up, things that you haven't learned perhaps during also the eclipse season, because we just had the eclipse season, right? Um, yeah, and also I feel like there is a lot of energy relating to like a trickster or trickery also with the Mercury, and also with the new moon. I feel the new moon in Taurus actually is going to perhaps continue or clear a lot, perhaps, or clear a lot of these energies that kind of started with the eclipse season, right? So we just continue. So just remember that we continue the journey, right? We continue the journey through really our life, right? Our life. And yeah, and through seasons as well, right? So I would say the eclipse season is over, yes, and maybe the heavy energies are dissipating slowly, but the angels are kind of trying to tell you to be alert a little bit, and to be conscious that there is more work to do, right? And just perhaps to relax into it as well. There is good stuff coming as well, but we do need to continue our work, right? And also to clear some of the, let's say, the heavy energies that came about also with the full moon in Scorpio. Yeah, and I think so. Yeah, so I think this is just a brief introduction. One thing that I wanted to say, perhaps listen to your favorite astrologers. I'm not an astrologer, but I do reference astrology sometimes as I'm learning. If you wanted perhaps to get more detailed guidance as well, right? Um, yep, so it will be all right. So we'll start. So we will have like a theme card for this. So this is more of like this is a collective reading. So perhaps bringing you guys a theme and just some perhaps answers or some messages, as I said, for the new moon time, and but also for I usually see this is something that is obviously present and can happen over the course of the new moon cycle, right? The whole moon cycle. All right. So yeah, so as I said, we've got two cards actually that represent our theme for the new moon. and for the moon month, I would say. And then we've got 3 tarot cards with some oracle cards as clarifiers. All right, and I'm gonna probably pull one last card at the end just to give us just a piece of advice, right, or another message. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started with the reading. The theme for the new moon, I think I want to show you first, it's patience and also diligence. So I think for the first thing I wanted to say, I think patience, they both actually, it feels like they both make sense, and they very much relate to Taurus energy. So Taurus is a lot about, let's say, slow and steady progress, and a lot about patience. And I actually feel like the patience is very important this month. We're also going into a Gemini season. So because the Taurus new moon is kind of later, right? It's at 28 degrees. So very soon we are going to enter a Gemini season. So the sun will enter Gemini. And Gemini is more of a, let's say, flaky and changeable energy, right? So yes, I would say it may cause some stir up and disruptions, but I would say the patience is very important. So be patient with it. Be patient with whatever is being, let's say, processed. Be patient with whatever comes up. I would say as a part of the eclipse season at post, let's say, it's probably like post-ecliptic, let's say, energies, and it kind of feels like clearing and clearance in a way of something that used to happen in the past. Yeah, and diligence. So this card is also interesting. So I think the patience comes with that with anything that you are doing or you've been doing, right? Projects you are working on, or any perhaps issues, situations that you need to resolve in your life. Yeah, and I would say be diligent. So let me just speak to that. Be diligent. So make sure perhaps that you pay attention to details, right? You cross your T's, dot your I's, as they say. Yeah, don't rush with anything, right? And just I would say do things right. So do things in the right way, right? Don't rush. Maybe don't try to look for shortcuts that will know that may not serve you, or maybe serve the highest good as well, right? So kind of do. And I want to also say, do your inner work as well with that, right? So just try to balance your inner work, and also, let's say, your inner world with your outer world, right? So I feel like actually this diligence card is also telling us to do our inner work first, sometimes, before we perhaps take further decisions as well. And I think they feel, I hope you can feel the energy, but to me the energy feels very fitting with both cards, and I hope you guys can understand it a little bit. One thing I wanted to say, that I don't know if you can see, yeah, that there are two. So on each card there is a bird, but to me, so yes, I don't know how you can see it on there, but they do fly. They face, so they fly. So on my, it's on the, yeah, to me it's towards the left, right? So this means that so I'll tell you that the way I see them and I interpret them, right? Because I don't really know sometimes how it looks through the camera, sorry guys. And this means that there is something from this, so they kind of fly back as if towards the past. So it does seem like we have to resolve some stuff now from the past also, and they will be coming up, right? And I think, just to add like a positive spin on it, so we are resolving stuff from the past, but obviously we are resolving them in order to move forward, right? And not to kind of be stuck in the past. But I would say that but birds in general to me represent movement, and I would actually say that now I feel and I hear it's a positive movement forward, actually. But as they fly somehow towards the past, right, it seems like the energy is bringing stuff. And also there is a moon. I don't know if you can see, there is a moon behind this bird on this card, and the moon also represents the past. So obviously there is some energy that is kind of as if the past has to come back up, right? So the energy from the past, or like a samskara or a pattern, if you know, right, needs to come back up again, so that we can perhaps work on it again, or just see it more clearly, right? Because it's also higher perspective, right? Like this bird flies above the fields, just to gain a higher perspective and keep moving on, I would say. All right. But I feel like the angels are saying that there's definitely movement also. So just because they're flying towards the past, it just represents the energy that may come up a little bit, right? A little bit like a trickster, let's say, energy, right? Or a bit of a trickery maybe, but but they say not in a bad way, right? So don't worry too much about it. All right. And actually, okay, and with that, actually I do have one tarot card with this, which says transformation. So this is the death card. number 13. So as I mentioned already, I think this just confirms, as I mentioned, what I've said before about we are post like ecliptic, in the post eclipses, let's say, season, right? Because there is a new moon cycle, but we haven't fully transformed everything. We just continue. So whatever the eclipses brought to us, or whatever they didn't finish, we just continue. we just continue, right? To work on it. We continue with our healing. Yeah, and we continue with our life, right? Yeah. So we just, yeah, we just continue the changes and transformation. All right, and now we'll start. So let me just start actually with the middle card I feel guided towards. So we've got now 3. I'm using actually today the Good Tarot. So these tarot cards are slightly different. Yeah, and it's the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. And they just look, I mean, they're still tarot cards, but they just have a slightly different images. Maybe a little bit lighter, I would say, but let's just go with the messages. This card is a little bit like, okay, I feel like it's a present moment card as well, but present situation. It's 10 of water, and it comes with the shamanic healer card. It says cleansing and attunement. So what I want to say. So the 10 of water, I actually do feel a bit of shadow straight away with this. It does relate to healing. It relates to healing of your past patterns, so perhaps healing some trauma from either past lives or your family life, so some ancestral pattern, right? Yeah, and that's why so the shamanic healer comes in. So what I want to say with this, just yeah, we continue. I think we continue the healing process with regards to perhaps our emotions, how we pertain to it. Okay, just give me a moment, guys, because you see I need to center. Okay, so I don't know if this is also a message, because when I looked at the card and I started to talk about healing, I actually felt like I lost my focus. So this may be also an energy that is present around the new moon, right? As I said, Mercury is still present and it's kind of a bit heavy, or at least I still feel also heavy energies, right? So forgive me, guys, but it always relates, like everything happens for a reason. So I just wanted to center myself. Yeah, so the main card, I feel like the angels just confirmed that this is a lot about healing, and healing of, as I said, family issues, some past life trauma or some past traumas, right? Traumas. So anything that perhaps happened also within your family, it does come actually, like family is a strong, yeah, is a strong energy here. And obviously, so, and shamanic healer, I think this card is just reminding you guys that either you make sure that you use your best healing methods, or find a healer or a therapist that can help you, right? So for those who have found, let's say, the past few weeks really tough energetically, you are being advised to find a healer or find a therapist, right, to help you with this and to help you process the energies, right? And for those who do your inner healing work, just make sure that perhaps you step up in a way, right? So step up, yeah, they say it comes a step up the pace, but I feel like it's important for you to notice that you do need to continue to heal, right? So it's perhaps, I would say, it's not an easy ride at the moment. And I'm here really to pass on the messages as they come in, right? Even though I would love to tell you that that it's great, but it just seems like we do have to do more work, right? Inner and outer work, I would say, both aspects, yeah. And one thing, so okay, so they say that's probably the main aspects about this, right? I actually see, so on this card we have something which, like, I would associate it with the Buddha. And they say, yeah, so for some of you, this may represent something from the past. It may represent a past life, or perhaps your connection with an ascended master or with Buddha, right? That is very important during the season. All right. Okay. Let's move. And also with the card, and I don't know, I just want to tell you one more time because I keep losing actually my focus. So I think this is also, well, I'm just trying to listen to the angels. It's perhaps an SP, so solar plexus chakra level type of stuff. If you feel, guys, that you lose your focus, right? Again, just you try to come back, use your methods, use your tools or techniques to come back to your center. Use energy healing work or energy work to make sure, like for example, crystals, to make sure that you can, or even breath work, to make sure that you come back to your center. And then you're now telling me, give yourself time also and a lot of compassion for yourself, right? Maybe because I lost my focus twice on this card, right? So yeah. yeah, anyway, I just wanted to explain it to you because like also this doesn't happen very often to me, right? So yeah, and I want obviously the video to be as kind of nice as possible, right? All right. In the past, okay, so we do have, so this is, I've got 3 cards. This is a past position. We've got 8 of air, so this is 8 of swords in the traditional deck, which actually comes with a ascended masters card. Very beautiful. I feel like they are already around, right? So you guys, I think most of you or many of you have already worked with ascended masters, so continue to welcome them. I feel like they uplift. I already feel like my heart is uplifted, so they uplift our energies, and they uplift us as well, and they help us, right? So believe in ascended masters, right? And in the fact that they are accessible to you. And yes, they can also talk to you, but they don't talk the same. So the angels, they don't uh, they don't talk the same way as the angels do, right? Because they are really highly, so they are like higher, so they are very high, higher dimensional. Yeah, it's like higher. They are in high dimensions, right? And their energy would be different, right? But I think the main point was that they are there, they are accessible, and they can even talk to you in a very simple way, I would say, right? And for those of you who perhaps want to get to know some of them better, or you are aware who you are working with, you are invited to continue to work with them, or maybe even take some courses to get to know, let's say, your ascended master better, and how this master, let's say, can speak to you, or can come and can, I would say, show up in your life to show you their support and their presence for you as well, right? So also through some symbols, signs, or even things like you buy, for example, I don't know, a candle or a cross or something like that, right? So like some symbology there, right? And also physical items, I would say. Coming back to the Eight of Air, Eight of Air is like this kind of entrapment, right? It's 8 of Swords, so it's like our mental trap a little bit, an entrapment, I would say. I feel like this was illuminated through the eclipse season and Mercury retrograde. There must have been, I feel like there must have been a lot of confusion. I know there was for me. A lot of, so again, a lot of entrapment in the mind, a lot of trickeries as well with the mind, right? So perhaps people trying to manipulate information or trying to manipulate decisions and a variety of aspects. So it does feel like there's, well, it's a kind of a card that does represent a shadow in communication, but I feel like shadow in also in the information, right? And manipulation of the information, I would suggest, right? However you perceived it or whatever you've experienced. But this is the past card, and I think you are just being reminded. So this is something that was illuminated through the eclipse season and also Mercury retrograde, and now you are going to be dealing with this. So you're going to be working, as we just mentioned. You need to find a healer, or perhaps step up with your healing practices, right? And step up. I hope that you it feels like you just need to perhaps maybe put more effort into it and time, but it will benefit you, right? So that's what I wanted to say. Um, yeah, and continue to heal, and also healing your environments, healing your family patterns, I wanted to say. That's quite strong with this card. Yeah, and as you continue to heal, listen to yourself, you will continue to perhaps untangle or resolve some of these, let's say, unpleasant issues and let's say trickeries from the past, right? Or at least from the past few weeks maybe. And ascended masters, of course, are there to help you guys. Yeah, and then the future. So you've got, and then we've got like a future card, but I think this is, yeah, but the angels say that this is already the energy that will perhaps just start to appear in the next few days even, right? In the next little while. We've got Page of Air, so I've already mentioned with the Six of Air. So that's actually a bit of a good news, because Six of Air is movement forward. We talked about the bears, right? Bears are also representing movement forward, right? And moving on very often. With the Page of Air, what I felt when I saw the card first, also that there is, now I want to say access to information and a better information coming to you now. It feels to me lighter. So I think with the access to information and with this new information that comes to you now, yeah, I actually feel a relief, right? So something that perhaps was somehow stuck maybe, or was not, it's kind of like it wasn't allowed to come on the surface. It feels like this, right? So something wasn't allowed to you, like in a strange way, right? So something maybe was hidden from you. Maybe you felt like you didn't have enough information about something. Maybe people were not telling you the truth, right? So actually, it feels like this is going to get resolved as well. So okay, so this is a future card, right? So okay, but the process, the angels say the process starts now, right, today. But it's a process, and this is towards the future, so I feel like it will get lighter and lighter as we move through the moon cycle, right? So through also to the full moon, and then even after the full moon. So I feel like this may be the next even, let's say, through 3-4 weeks, right? And they say even maybe longer, because some issues are a little bit longer, right? For some of you guys. Yeah, and the Six of Earth, obviously there is this representation of Six of Earth is moving on and moving forward, I would say, and there is some aspect of release actually. So we do have, while I suggested that we have the transformation card right at the beginning. Yeah, so continue to, I wanted to say that transformation, to me it feels like continue to change yourself, right? Don't be like afraid of change, and continue to change whatever you need to change within yourself and also on the outside, right? With your healing work, energy work, meditation practice, and don't be afraid of it, right? It feels like the change is part of life, and change is the word that I would use with the transformation as well, right? And I would say don't be afraid of it, and continue to perhaps instigate it, right, in your life and also in your environments, I would say, and it will all be fine. Yeah, so coming back, yeah, as I said, moving on, page of a lot of new fresh information, maybe some new messages coming through from people, also information that perhaps wasn't kind of allowed to be up on the surface, something. So because of Scorpio is very often about suppression and things hidden. So anything that was hidden will start to come up, or you will definitely get new information that will help you to actually to start to move on, at least, right, and move forward towards the right direction, I wanted to say. All right, and actually this feels very positive, guys. So I would say that just maybe give yourself a few days, or do your healing work if you feel heavy now. And the more you do the healing work, the lighter you should become, and you should see some resolutions perhaps, right, or some lighter stuff coming up, right? And yeah, and actually, okay, this is and practice. So this actually comes with with a message from an oracle card, soulful appreciation, and this is a lot about gratitude. So I wanted to say that perhaps practice gratitude, right? The way you practice as a journal, you can just affirm it. You can also practice gratitude towards yourself. Gratitude raises your vibration, right? The same like love or self-love, right? Yeah, but I think so. I think the main message is just practice gratitude the way you have done so, or maybe you can change it also in a very small steps as well, right? So just like be grateful or appreciate yourself every day. That also counts, right? And it's important. All right. I'm just checking. Okay, so we've gotten. So let me just take one last card. I feel like the first card wants to come. And that's just a bit of an advice from the Moonology deck. And it says actually speak your world into being. So, and this is actually first, it says first quarter moon in Gemini, but it does pertain to Gemini. We will be in Gemini season very soon. I believe it's 21st of May that the sun moves to Gemini, and Gemini is a lot about communication. So it says speak your world into being, right? So the speaking communication will be important, but speak your truth, I feel like it. So your throat chakra, if you want to do some work, and yeah, and I would say speak your truth also into being or into implementation, and don't be worried, and don't be afraid of it, right? Yeah, even if you felt somehow maybe repressed a little bit in the past, right? Just don't be worried. Just say whatever you feel you need to say, because it is your truth, all right? And your true, let's say, feelings that need to be expressed as well. All right. All right. I would say so. This was this was the reading for the new moon in Taurus, and now we are going to move to Reiki healing portion of this video. It's also for the new moon, yes, it's for the new moon energies, but you can also play this this video and this Reiki healing session as many times as you like and whenever you like. So Reiki is very easy, is a universal energy, right? And you can play it throughout the moon cycle to help yourself, and at any point afterwards as well. But yeah, but at the moment, but it is designed to help you with the moon cycle energies and the new moon energies as well. All right. So if we take a moment to stay in silence. make yourself comfortable. You can lie down or just sit comfortably on a chair. You can close your eyes, take a few deep breaths and try to relax. And then allow yourself to dream. Allow your mind to just flow or to expand, and allow yourself to be free. And I now begin to offer you the highest frequencies of Reiki energy for your highest good. And Reiki is now offered to all levels of your being, to your emotional body, to your mental body, spiritual and physical. You can take this healing as many times as you need to. You can apply any information that you hear or feel during the Reiki session, either from myself or just from your own inner guide. And just relax. Relax and receive. We have Archangel Michael with us, who comes in to remind us all that he's there for you guys, to protect you, to send shielding for you if you need it most. And you can ask him anything you need at that time, and he will be happy and he's ready to guide you forward. Continue with your feelings. Try not to repress them, just allow the feelings to come up. And just take a deep breath and you can just release them if you feel overwhelmed or disturbed. Mother Mary has come through into our surroundings, into our healing. So for those who connect with Mother Mary, or for those who perhaps feel invited, she's there for you. The Ascended Masters were mentioned in our portion, in our reading portion. So just trust the Ascended Masters are surrounding you. And Mother Mary can offer you healing of the heart and more healing if you need to. So call upon her whenever it's necessary. I feel Mother Mary is with us now, and she's going to join to send healing through with Reiki energies at the moment. Just receive and open your heart to her, or to any higher decree and highlight goddess that you feel connected to. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to relax a little bit more. Take a deep breath. Take another one if you need to. Breathing helps relaxation and to calm the mind. Allow the peace to come through you. All is well. The answers are going to come. Let go a little bit. Let go and trust. Let go and have faith in the highest good for all and for yourself in this life. Allow Mother Mary or other ascended masters just to come to you during the session now. Or allow them to come to you in your dreams. Allow them to come to you at any time and just guide you. Just send you signs, send you symbols, helpful people, helpful messages so that you can regain your clarity and untangle yourself from certain situations. Just take care of yourself. Make sure you are present with yourself. Take a deep breath to come back to center again. Relax, listen, let go. Relax and listen again and let go. Allow yourself to go deeper. Don't be afraid, no need for fear now. So take a deep breath and release fear. Release fear with awareness. Or just let fear go. Just tell it to go. And allow peace to come in. Allow gratitude. Allow gratitude for anything that you want to feel grateful for just in this moment. Yourself, your mom, your surroundings, your home, your environment, anything that you feel grateful for. Archangel Metatron is waiting for you at the gate. And for those who connect with him, just he asks you to be patient and to open the gate and walk through the gate with him. Walk through the gate and you can hold his hand. Archangel Metatron is going to guide you through this portal of light. And keep walking until you see or feel a clearing or a wooden path. You can visualize a garden, or you can visualize a forest or anything that you wish to see at the moment. Find a bench and sit down. And we'll let the archangels and Archangel Metatron and Michael to guide you now. Just allow yourself to sit in this beautiful clearing and this beautiful forest or this place of peace for the next few minutes while the Reiki is being sent to you for your highest good and to your heart in this moment. Allow the guidance to come through to you. By allowing this healing today, you open the heart for the greater things to come and for the greater good in your life. When you are ready, and if you are still in this center with Archangel Metatron and in your clearing place, just allow yourself to perhaps come back to your awareness gently. Just take some last word of advice from Archangel Metatron or other guides of yours, other guides of light. And you can now get up and walk back towards the gate that we opened with Archangel Metatron. Just walk the same way or just walk back towards the gate. Archangel Metatron is still there for you. And he holds the door open. Just step through the door and let Archangel Metatron to close it for now. It's just a short, brief exercise to remember that you can go back to this place and meet Archangel Metatron or any of your spirit guides or archangels or ascended masters, and allow them to send you healing and guidance in this kind of way, in this kind of very simple way. You can use it as a visualization every day or whenever you need it. Just set yourself free and allow yourself to be free. No need to worry. So we are now slowly coming to the end of the session. Archangel Michael is sending protection and slowly coming to you guys just to shield you and protect you. You can also put a protective cloak around you if you wish to do so, to feel more centered now. And I also seal your energy with the love and light and the highest good of all and of yours. Thank you very much, my lovely souls and people, for attending the session. I hope it was helpful. As I said, you can listen and watch the video as many times as you wish. You can repeat it as many times as you wish. Yes, every day. Just remember to take care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon on my future videos. Bye.